You know, bankruptcy is not something people plan on. Bankruptcy is something no one wants. Bankruptcy is sometimes something you need. It gives you a fresh start. In fact, lawmakers instituted bankruptcy laws to give people a fresh start. And in fact, when creditors try to punish you during a bankruptcy, it goes against the spirit of the law. And judges have actually chastised creditors for doing that, saying, wait a minute, the whole idea here is to get a fresh start. It's the law. And if you need someone to fight for you, well, who better than Wink and Wink, right? We have Gigi. She was a public defender, so you're used to fighting for people.
I am.
You said you like a good scrap.
I do. I like being able to equalize the playing field, because usually when you've got a consumer up against the big banks and the mortgage companies, they have all the resources. You need someone on your side to fight for you.
And a lot of creditors threaten people, and people don't know their rights. And according to the Fair Debt Collection Act, they're not supposed to do that. But don't they threaten people sometimes with jail?
They do, and they're not allowed to do that. But, Tom, you and I know they do it anyway. Yeah. And that's why it's good to get an attorney on your side to fight for your rights. But, yes, they lie. They call your family.
They're not going to go to jail, right? People are not going to go to
No,
jail.
there's no debtor's prison in America.
Now, let's talk about this, first of all. Let's talk about summons. People, before a bankruptcy, they might get a summons to appear in court, or something called a deposition or an interrogatory. People want to know what you have, where you have it, and they try to prove you're cheating, or that you're moving money, or that you hid stuff. That's very dangerous at that point.
It is, and it's also very frightening to people. And you've got rights. You know, you don't have to. You don't have to worry if you know your rights.
Right.
And what bankruptcy, which we're here to talk about,
yes.
If you get served a summons, that's just part of the life cycle of debt. That's the debt collector trying to get...
They're doing their job.
They are. And what they want is they want to garnish your income. 25% of your take-home pay they can take in Colorado. They can hit your bank account, clear it out after they get a judgment, and they can put a lien on your home. And what bankruptcy does is stops a lawsuit in its tracks.
Right then and there. Boom.
Absolutely. And then
it's not too late after they. If anybody listening has been served or called or already have a court date,
right?
Can you get them?
Absolutely. It stops it in its tracks. But even if a judgment has already entered, it will immediately stop a garnishment. You can strip a judgment lien off of your home in bankruptcy.
Wow.
And it will stop the lawsuit in its tracks, and it makes a judgment uncollectible at that point once you file bankruptcy.
All right, here's the $64,000 question. When do you know it's time to call Wink and Wink? I mean, really, when do you know?
You know, what I say is the mistake we see people make time and again is waiting too long to know their options. Education is the key. You want to come in, have a free consultation, and learn your rights. Because once you know your options and you know the power that bankruptcy can give you if it's right for you, the stress, immediately alleviates.
And just because they call you doesn't mean they're going to go file bankruptcy.
Absolutely not. You know, it's right when it's right for you. It's really right, and it can give you relief from so many different stresses in your life. But definitely, it's a great tool, and knowing the facts and knowing if it can help you is the key.
All right, relief. What good is relief if it takes 9 months to a year? How long does it take? It doesn't take that long.
No. A Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Well, the point is, as soon as you file,
everything
a protective
stops.
Bubble, I call it, called the automatic stay, slams down around you.
Immediately.
And
then how long does the process take?
For a Chapter 7, 3 to 5 months,
and
you get your discharge. Your debts are discharged.
But during that time, you're still relieved.
You're protected the entire time. The day you file, it's over. You know, you get your peace of mind.
And then you have your fresh start, as they like to say. When you have a garnishment, you say even if it's already happening, it's not too late.
It's never too late.
If you're sued, it's not too late.
It's not too late, absolutely. And if they put a lien on your home, the only way without bankruptcy that you could ever get rid of that would be to satisfy the debt. The reason the lien is because you can't satisfy the debt. Once you file bankruptcy, in 99% of the cases, we can strip that lien off of your home as part of your bankruptcy as well.
Okay, and another thing, people wait, and they might use assets that are normally protected, right?
Yes.
They go into their retirement.
Oh, it breaks my heart when someone's waited that long to come in and have a free consultation, and all of those assets were 100% safe from your creditors. The law, the federal government, You know, they don't want you to squander those assets. They're for your future.
That's why they're exempted.
Absolutely.
So you may have exempted assets you don't know about because they fall into many categories, including work tools and things like that.
Yes.
So if you call a qualified attorney before you get into trouble, before you start selling things, before you go into your retirement, they can not only consult you about bankruptcy, but tell you about exempted assets and what you're allowed to keep before you start getting rid of that stuff. Here's the number. Wink and Wink, by the way, a law firm. 888 now Wink. That's 888-669-9465. That's pretty easy to remember. 888 now Wink. 888 now Wink. Online, winkandwink.com. Winkandwink.com.